Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Happy Sunday. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing well. Yes. Oh, I had to rush back. I was running late and I was literally doing a little jog here. And I'm so happy to be here with you on this beautiful Sunday. And London is getting hotter again. I think today. Not at this moment. At this moment, we're probably under 30 degrees Celsius. But I think today we're firmly over 30 Celsius again. And hopefully this is where it stops. Last time, a couple of weeks ago, we had 36 degrees. Okay, so hopefully no repeat performance there because it was just too hot. And today I'm borderline sweating, partially because I've been running, but hopefully I'm going to chill stitching this beautiful piece with you. And today, yes, indeed, sleep time. It's not sleep time for you yet. I know every time I open my mouth in the beginning of the stream, I can literally hear snoring everywhere. And with the stitches, and most of the times I'm just talking to AI bots, okay, in the chat. I know, do not lie, okay, it's all AI. It's okay, we're having a great conversation every day with the AI stitches. And so today's sleep time, okay, this is a beautiful piece created by Ciro Marchetti. So we talked a little bit about Ciro Marchetti a couple of streams ago. I stitched the craft room. It's in the craft room, the old craft room indeed. And the styles are very diverse with Ciro Marchetti. And I don't know when this piece was created, but this is definitely one of my favorite Ciro Marchetti piece. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. Have a little look. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's almost fairy tale style, but so vibrant and so peaceful at the same time. And there are tons of creatures in this image, and a lot of mushrooms as well. I love those red mushrooms. They're probably poisonous. I don't know, but they're very, very pretty. And we have a little doggy here. I think they were babies. I think they were baby animals. I don't know about the owl and the little red bird on top, but the little squirrel on the upper right there, look at that. The little squirrel is dozing away, and definitely a baby squirrels. You know, I know my squirrels. I have a lot of squirrel friends coming to visit me every day through my kitchen window. And I think the little kitty is definitely a kitten, a little puppy. And I don't know, how do you call foxes? Baby fox. You know, this is definitely baby fox. So it's such a tranquil, peaceful and beautiful image there. And I just fell in love with it when I first saw Busy Mom Stitcher stitching a quick stitch of this piece. And I went over to Heaven and Earth. So this is Heaven and Earth pattern, and got the full size. Not only the full size, guys. This is supersized, a max color. Okay, everything, all of it. I just got the biggest one. If they had, I don't know if I would. If they had the double supersize, I would have done it. But it would have been very tempted. Very tempting. So this piece I started as my New Year celebration, my New Year marathon. Guys, if you have not seen a New Year marathon, if you're new to the channel, there's a playlist for all our marathons, okay, from last year and throughout this year as well. And hopefully we'll be doing one this month. If I get to finish my Advent calendar in time, okay? But we're going to do a marathon starting that piece, whichever way, whenever it is. And so this piece I started in the beginning of the year, so we're talking 7 months, seven months worth of work, okay? Along with a few other pieces. And let me show you my progress here. And let me zoom out. Stop laughing, chat. Okay, let me zoom out. This is supersized, first of all. Okay, supersized, so it's huge. And this is as far as I can zoom out. So there's a little bit at the bottom and the top there. But I want to draw your attention, just in case you can't see it, upper right. I had an upper right start. And the reason being, I wanted to get to my little squirrel friend as soon as I could. And so I decided to go from upper right, which is totally fine. It doesn't feel weird. This is my first upper right start. And this is where I am right now. So it's a blend of various different stitching methods. I think I did color flow for an entire 11 hours of our New Year marathon there. And slowly moving forward, the recent sessions I've been doing cross country, okay? But today it's going to change again. I'm going to tell you more about it, okay? Stitching method for me is ever changing. I change it, you know, to if it's fun to do, or it gives me extra motivation to do more. So this is where I am. Let me show you. So let me just show you the size of this piece, okay? Supersized from Heaven and Earth. If you're not familiar with the dimensions generally for supersize, yes. Oh, this piece, the width is actually max. Can you see that? The top left, it says 999, which is kind of the maximum for the charting software to do. So it's pushed to the limit. But the height is pretty tall as well. It's 713. So depends. I think, you know, some supersize pieces may not reach 999. It really depends. But this one is definitely width-wise is stretched to the maximum. And then the height is pretty tall as well, 713. So you can understand why it looks so small, okay? No excuses, you know, this is true. This is a large piece, very, very large. And in terms of the percentage, okay, the progress, I'm quite excited actually. The last time I worked on this piece, I was back in 1982, okay, so I worked with paper chart. So I have added all the stitches on the chart. Hopefully it's up to date. And so currently I'm slightly under 1%, okay, 0.92. But considering how big this piece is, even for this tiny bit, you know, within the percentage, it will probably take a few you know, stitches to complete. So I'm patient. It would be great to reach 1%. It would be a milestone for me. And number of colors, yes, this is max color. So this piece has got 239, which is one color short of the max 240. So it's quite typical for you know, supersize. And I'm going to start a new sprint here right in front of you, okay? Yes, I do remember sometimes to do it. And so this is going to capture every single stitch I'm going to be doing today. And I would love to compare the number of stitches I complete today versus using the paper chart, you know. Yesterday, I think I did very well yesterday. I did double the number comparing to paper chart. Yesterday, what did I work on yesterday? Yes, traveling library. So it does make a difference. Technology does help for stitchers like me, okay? So, but of course, before a single stitch, I want to say hello to all of you. I hope you're well. I know we met yesterday, but it's always exciting seeing you every single stream. And oh, today we have Travis, the first to report to the chat. Okay, and I highlight the top three stitchers, the first three that report to the chat. So today is our lucky Travis. I hope you're well. Travis, have you been streaming today, or are you going to be streaming later on? And no pressure, no pressure. Consistency is the key, okay, when it comes to YouTube. And Rajal is here as well. Says hello, happy Stitching Sunday, and happy Stitching Sunday to you as well, Rajal. Always great to see you. And Solar, oh, top three. Solar says it's Yogi time. Doing workout. See you soon. Amazing. I love it when our, you know, our stitchers are so motivated, looking after the mind, you know, stitching for peace, and also taking care of the body as well is so important. And it's daily accumulation of, you know, these things, and it's not a one-off. Just like breathing, looking after the body is a daily routine that we need to go through, just like brushing teeth. Wonderful. Great to see you. You're doing really well. And Ace is also here as well. It says, Yogi and everyone, hope all have a nice Sunday. I'm having a stitching break today. Oh, playing some EVE. Is that computer game? I'm not familiar with it, but I know Ace is a gamer, isn't it? And she says, but I will be listening, definitely. A lot of stitchers listen to us while doing all sorts of things, like, listen to us like radio, very similar way, and just listen to the chat. Listen to your comments. And Jojo as well. Jojo says, hello, Yogi and chat. Yes, Yogi time. And I'm outside on the deck, enjoying Alberta sunshine and some stitching. Perfect day indeed. How wonderful if you're able to stitch outdoor. My patio is so small and probably too much sunlight. I need some shades. Maybe I'll be able to stitch outside. Never done that before, but it sounds great. And Grace as well. Hello, hello. And we have Andreas as well. And Susan is also joining us tonight. And great to see you, Susan. And Suki as well, waving to the chat. And Miss Mischief is also here as well. And Mischief is having a late night last night. And wonderful. And Mischief has a new pattern as well, Liberty Bay 1992. I'd love to see what it looks like. And Peaches, oh, it's been a little while, Peaches. Great to see you. And Alison is back with us as well. And I will come back. I will come back to the chat because I want to read your comments properly, okay? But I want to start stitching as well. So this piece, as I said, I started back in a new year, okay, first day of the year. In fact, New Year's Eve. So we did a marathon cross from the eve and cross over overnight. Literally, we stitched 11 hours, okay? I stitched from, let me think, I think 2 p.m. London time, UK time, and all the way to, oh, no, it's not true. No. That's the regular marathon time. We started around 8 or 9, something like that, and then stitched over midnight until UK morning, okay, 1st of January. This is how we roll. And we don't kid around with our marathon, okay? We do it properly. So I stitched for 11 hours, and this is 25 count. And I'm stitching with DMC, floss, full cross. Okay, and so I was doing a lot of parking in the beginning. I was doing color flow, and I really, really enjoy that. And somewhere along the line, when I get to this brown bit, okay, this brown blob is actually our lovely squirrel. This squirrel is not tiny, okay? The full size of squirrel on this piece is probably about this big. So this is just a little tail at the back. If I show you the markup, okay, can you see that on the upper right there? And so it's got a giant tail, okay, like all squirrels do. And so this is what I am right now. I cheated a little bit in order to get here a little bit quicker. So I've been doing cross country, pretty much, short distance cross country. And I think I've been doing really well. But today, a little bit change on method, okay? Recently I've been enjoying a version of the Blue Suit stitcher showrooms method, okay? I'm probably not following her method fully because of language barrier there. I picked up bits and pieces, and I'm able to stitch somewhat similar to the way she stitches. But I really enjoyed the kind of really relaxed way of dealing with part threads and a mini cross country as well. So I think I'm going to transition to that method, sort of a hybrid method. It's kind of a butchered Blue Suit method. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the top and start to establish the top border here. And do a little bit of groundwork here. And I think it will be quite nice because the other piece, stitches so beautiful piece, you know, Vibrant Fusion, I flow from bottom to top. This one I'm going to do in a slightly more conventional way. I'm going to flow from top to bottom. Okay, so and with the past threads, so these are the legacy past threads from the color flow. They're still there, so I'm going to take care of these ones and start to extend the borders, and hopefully, you know, I might change my method at some point again, who knows, but I'm gonna just, you know, come back to the top part and stitch a little bit of a nice sky. And so this is my plan today. As you can see, I did a little bit of gridding just before the stream to save some time, and I will be stitching with parking as well. So if you're wondering, you know, what blue suit method is, I'm going to be doing a version of that. Okay, so here we are. And let me know which piece, what project are you working on? And, or if you're not stitching right now, what are you doing, really? And listen to us. And so let's go. Let me just start picking the color here, and I'll come back to the chat. Let's have a look. So I've got my bunny here to keep my needles safe, and my little fox as well. It's all themed, you know, and it's a high quality broadcast here, you know. You don't get it anywhere else. And blowing my own trumpet. So I am going to focus on this bit here. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. It's quite nice to change method from time to time. It feels like a new, completely different piece. Depends on how you stitch it. And so I change my method from time to time. I'm gonna get zoom into my Abbey. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to share with you what I did when I was back in 1982. Okay, so this is the paper chart. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I forgot before I forget. So this is sleep time that I did. I think it's facing this way. Yes. So I was working on around this area here. So these were done with paper chart, and I have completed the grand total. I was actually, you know, pleasantly surprised. I stitched the grand total of 236. Not bad for paper chart. So I'm very, very happy. Hopefully, I don't think I'm going to double it, but hopefully a little bit more today. Who knows? I'm stitching in a slightly different way, so, you know, it might actually be less stitches, but I don't care. I'm enjoying every stitch, one stitch at a time. So here we go. Let me just pick a color here. I'm going to start working on my past threads, actually. Let me slowly start to work through them. So the first number of my choice is 820. 820. So I don't know, because this area isn't super confetti, hopefully. So I might flow my stitches a little bit further. Depends on how it goes. And so, yes, I'd love to find out what you're working on today. And Maddie, hello, Maddie. Maddie says, hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's 98 Fahrenheit here. I saw you were swearing. Dear, dear. And yes, 98. I still haven't figured out how to convert the from to Celsius. I'm just so terrible with numbers. But I'm guessing it's probably hot, just like here. It's weird, isn't it? It's just getting warmer and warmer. And I think if UK is this weather, it's over 30, the continent, the European continent, is going to be even hotter. You know, countries like France and Italy, they're normally, even in the best of time, they're much hotter and more humid during the summer as well. So I cannot imagine what they're going through. Let me see. I'm going to flow my stitches up. 2 stitches. I love the tension of my fabric today. I just love my fabric really, really tight. And Needles keep me busy. Is here as in the chat as well. Says hi everyone. So nice to be able to stitch with you this weekend. Yes, it's lovely, isn't it? We just just get together and chat and just do things we love, which is stitching. It's so relaxing. And Brittany, hello Brittany. Brittany says hello to everyone. Great to see you. And Love Drunk is here as well. Great to see you, Love Drunk. And Central Plain Garden is back with us. Hello, hello. And Lefty Gemini as well says hello all. And Lively Laird says so cute and beautiful. Welcome and colourful. Yes, absolutely. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's so whimsical. And I love whimsical pieces. You know, it's all about comfort stitching for me. I do not stitch anything scary, okay? Like calamari, for instance. Oh, no. One more stitch here. And I did 5x5 gridding as well. It's quite helpful. And Lona, hello Lona, great to see you, and I hope both you and Mom, both doing fantastically. And Suzanne is here as well. Hello Suzanne. And Marlene, stitchy stuff, waving with both hands. Yes, and stitching down the rabbit hole. Oh, it's been a little bit, hasn't it? Great to see you. Welcome back. And Susan is working on Christmas truck. Really? That's the name of your piece. Is it the July start? Christmas truck. Is truck Christmassy? I can visualize it. It's probably a truck that's red and with a giant ribbon on top. Something like that. And maybe a Santa. Oh, I just want to keep going. I think Blue Soup probably would not float this far away, but these stitches are there. I just want to keep going. So I'm gonna just keep stitching and see what happens. The colors of this piece is so beautiful as well. Sidri, hello Sidri. Knitting socks, of course, yes. How's the tournament going? When are you going to announce that you're a champion of the tournament? And I think it's quite nice to establish the borders as well. We just feel so much knitter, isn't it? Like it's quite satisfying when the borders are established. Lona says, I set goals for my non-paper webs. I started working on my list day before yesterday. I reached 12 goals so far. I also got 2 new starts. Lona and Artisy Old Autumn Mill and Lotus of the Inner Light. Wow. Lona is unstoppable. Lona, did you ever get the frame, the super duper frames from Painting Fairy? Because Lona has placed a giant order from Painting Fairies. Right, I did think you meant Hade. Andrea says working on a custom Victorian house, but bought way too many patterns in all the sales this weekend. Um, you're not alone, I bet. And I think Heaven and Earth was having a sale not very long ago. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm having a little frog in my throat. Let me take a sip of water. Oh, but today has been such a great day teaching as well. I really love teaching the Sunday classes because, first of all, I feel that the students are most motivated. The students that actually make a point of getting up, particularly Sunday morning for practice, they're a special bunch. I get a lot of very motivated students as well. And, but particularly Sunday classes, these guys are super strong and really, really focused. And it's great to teach students like that because, I'm feeding in, I think when you teach a class, you're feeding on each other, really, me and the practitioners, the yogis practicing with me. And we feed on each other's kind of energy. It's an exchange of energy. And when everybody's, really, really focused and motivated, it's just wonderful. It's really wonderful. Because sometimes, I have to be honest with you, some classes, particularly evening ones sometimes, people are tired. So, by no means I'm thinking they're not motivated. But, it's a fact sometimes you get students, they're kind of just like slightly half-assed, okay? I know every day everybody has, kind of in a different, slightly different condition. Some days we're more tired. But, if the student's kind of like not very, slightly scattered, it does affect me as well, even though it's my job to stay focused. But yes, it's not a given, every single class. And as a teacher, I'm learning day after day on how to not be influenced by too much by the students' energy and be able to teach consistently. It's a learning. It's a learning for me every day as well. Hello, Janine. Great to see you. Janine says, bought a bunch of fabric today. Won't get here till probably August. Oh, they're from Italy. How lovely. And so you've got different types of fabric. Are they even weave or linen? Amazing. And so the number of whips for Janine is probably going to grow, I'm guessing. So Susan is working on a red truck with Christmas tree. On the back, there you go. Maybe a ribbon as well. I guess right. And Lona is still waiting for Painting Fairy to send. Oh, so they're supposed to send you those items, but they're missing for some reason. Wow. I'm sure that they're going to take care of you. It seems like a good company. Sidri says, always a champion in my own mind. It's a team challenge, and we won out in August. Oh, right, so the next round is going to be August. Wow. So Sidri probably have tons of socks lying around. Do you wear them? I wonder. Maybe not in July, but are you planning to wear them? Or maybe they're too precious. They're really cute socks as well. I've seen some pictures that Sidri has done. You know, there's such a thing as single sock syndrome, meaning that if you stitching something that comes in the pair, you know, like socks or gloves, you finish one and then you lose the motivation to stitch another one. I'm definitely a sufferer of that, but not only through knitting. I have to confess, you know, I was, you know, you guys know I've been working on my own artwork, so I can charge the artwork myself for the Christmas as a Christmas piece. Okay, so I was drawing some socks, but I'm suffering from single sock syndrome even when I'm drawing, because I worked on one sock and spent a lot of time, you know, doing the texturing and everything. And by the time I finished the first one, I kind of lost interest in creating the second one. So, you know, I'm definitely a severe sufferer for the single sock syndrome. I don't know how to fix it. And Sue Page says, hello from New Zealand, where I have 30 minutes to join you before I start work. Oh yes, it's morning, isn't it? So today is Monday morning for our friends in New Zealand and Australia. And maybe in Japan as well. They're kind of similar. They're all morning right now and working on Into the Unknown from Gecko Rouge. Oh, right, from Gecko Rouge. And talking about Gecko Rouge, did you guys see Joyce's post on our Facebook group? Those of you who have, raise your hand. I know. You guys probably have seen my craft cupboard, the Colin Thompson piece, the giant Gecko Rouge piece. Guess what? Joyce has got it as well, and she has started stitching, and I suspect she's probably already ahead of me. I didn't see it coming, okay, because, you know, Joyce has a lot of secret projects, and she would casually come on the chat and go, hey, I'm stitching this piece, and I'm like, since when? And she did it again. Now she's stitching on craft cupboard with Yogi. I don't know when I'm going to do the next round with that piece. I don't know what to do with it. I need to update. I need to fix my chart because I erased the whole lot. So hopefully Joyce is doing better than me. Alison says, do you have a dog now? Oh, did you just hear it? No, that's my neighbor's. I think it's a next door neighbor, just over the fence from my patio. Yes, it's weird. I've never seen a dog, so I don't know what a dog looks like. I don't know if it's a big dog, small dog. And it barks from time to time. So I don't know whether the dog lives here or maybe somebody's dog occasionally come and visit. Yes, occasionally I hear dogs kind of barking. It's not my dog. Janine is saying the same as well. I know, because a while back, the chat can hear Lily coming to. Every time we're streaming, Lily will come. Would start meowing, more like crying, and every single day over the winter. And now it's the doggy. And we'll just do one more here. Oh, I've traveled pretty far from there, look. And not even Well, you know what? I'm kind of doing cross country without thinking about it. I just managed to finish the entire thread and now I'm finishing it. Oh, I need to park. I need to park. Or maybe for some reason this piece is telling me not to park. I don't know. It's weird. Let me try again. Let me try again. Maybe I should stay within like a block. Because it was just so tempting. I just kept moving forward and I ended up doing kind of cross country. Hang on. Going to find my scissors. Where are you? There you go. Alyssa, hello. Great to see you. Lindsay says I should join my PC shortly, staying up tonight to watch England. Oh, is it football? Is it still going on? I'm totally clueless on what's happening. Is it World Cup or something like that? Why don't I pick this one? I'll try to stick around like roughly one block at a time, because otherwise I just keep going. Can defeat the purpose of the message. Lizzie says, sounds like a small dog. Can you tell just by the sound of the barking noise? I'd love to have a dog, actually. But, you know, it's probably just not compatible. So this one has got 2 stitches and that's it. Susan says, is Molly doing dog impressions? Molly? Or is it Dolly? Molly is the sister. Yes, Dolly's barking. That's right, Susan. Very cunning, isn't it? Oh, I see. So now I've got 2 stitches. I need to remember. I'm doing the Bluetooth style, okay? So I am going to thread, just pierce through the fabric here and this way. Let's see if it flows. If for some reason, for whatever reason, if it's kind of, you know, weird for me to do this with this piece, then I'll just change it. Because sometimes the project kind of, if you try to impose a certain method the project doesn't like, it will start. I think, you know, for me, I can feel the resistance. But let's see how it goes. 797. It's weird like that, isn't it? You just can't force it. 797. 797. I've already got a strand. All right, then I'm going to pick this one up. Okay, so this one I'm probably going to end as well. Lona says I'm not going to order scroll frames and stand until they make my 400 orders. Right. Oh, so you have now placed order of that one. So Janine's fabric from Italy. She says, some even weave, but I want to try this needlework fabric. I saw on YouTube girl using cross stitch 18 count, and I can't get it here in the USA. What kind of needlework fabric? I mean, for cross stitching, 18 counts, really? Ada? I'm very curious. And two more stitches up here. Whoops. Ah, so Sidri is wearing her socks all the time. That's nice. It's nice to make something that you can use as well. Okay then, I am going to park it over here because, well, in fact, oh, I don't know. Maybe I will stitch these two as well. Hi, Lizzie. And Janine says they had a whole lot of colors of crinic. Is it crinic? Floss. Right, those shine, is it metallic ones? And she says, I can't get here either. I know most people hate it, but it adds a lot of variations to certain parts of the charts. Can you not get those type of threads in America? Or is it quite hard to get? Yes, I think stitchers hate it because you have to get, you know, extra, additional threads. It's just a hassle, isn't it? Okay, let me park it over here. And the next one is, oh, I've got one here already. Why don't I start here? I need to work out my my stitching order. Let me have a look. This one over here. Barlow the bunny. Hello, hello. She says, I thought Dolly has learned a new language. I'd be so impressed if she's just start doing doggy impression. Maybe she's been practicing barking so she can scare away Lily if she comes back, you know. I think Dolly, you know, I think she's a lot more relaxed and it's quite understandable now. You know, Lily is not around, and also Oreo as well. You know, Oreo and Chocolate, they've been coming over for a little while every day. And I think Dolly wasn't too happy about that. Let me go up here. So I'm improvising a little bit. I think I need to establish which direction I want the stitches to flow. At the moment, it's a little bit all over the place. So how do you tell if a dog is small? Just listening to barking. Is it like human? If it's a higher pitch, it means it's a smaller dog. A lower pitch is a bigger dog. No? Because a lot of tall people, they have very low voice. And I don't want to say short people, but smaller people have sort of a higher pitch. I don't know why that is. Well, I'm going to do a yogi move. Lindsay says England kicks off at 1 a.m. But could be delayed. 1 a.m. as in UK time. So they're probably in a different time zone, right? Oh, I'm totally clueless. For some reason, I thought it was over. But then, what do I know? Rachel, hello, Rachel. And Rachel has finished the cardio as well. Well done. And just one more stitch here. Okay. So I'm going to go top down as much as I can. Okay, A23. A23. It's a beautiful blue. A lot of blue colors in this area. A23. Lizzie says, I live next door to big dogs with deep barks. I own Jack Russells, and she had a lighter bark. It's weird, isn't it? The smaller you are, the higher pitch you get. Lindsay says, I need to get a stand for my projects, but budget is tight and have to wait till the 12th. Yes, I'm sure it's worth the wait. What kind of stand are you looking to get? Lona says, Yogi, I paid $99 plus tax for a floss drop card. Really? $100 for a floss drop? That's, I remember seeing someone posting pictures of this box, like acrylic box from Painting Fairy, just the box alone, because the box is being used to put the thread cards or floss drops in. The box alone, I can't remember how much it was, but I think it was over $100 just for a clear box. I don't know why they're so expensive. Rachel says, I just posted update pictures of the kittens from today. Oh, wow. We'll have a look in a bit. Yes, I hope the kittens are doing really, really well. They're so cute. Alice. Hello, welcome. One, two. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. It's probably go off. Yes, that's better. Alisa says, I've been really wanting another kitten. Have you got one already? And Alisa says, but I think my kitty is cut will kill me in my sleep. She's still mad about getting two puppy brothers. You never know because, well, it's always a gamble, isn't it? When you introduce a new cat or maybe another new dog. But I think cats always try to find a way to get along with each other eventually. It might take a little bit longer. But some cats actually love the company of other cats. You know, I had a cat called Frank, and he didn't like people that much. You know, he kind of tolerated people, but he loved cats. He just loved other cats, and he's trying to be the besties. So some cats are like that. Lizzie says, I'm worried about one of my cats. She has done the odd disappearing act this weekend and then show up. And the other night she was restless. She's going to the vet tomorrow, so probably check over. Right, so other than behavioral, well, cats sometimes do that, depending on what age of the cat is. Pretty much all my cats that I ever have, at some point, they go missing. And now I have to pull the posters out. You know, it happened to Frankie, it happened to Molly, and it happened to Dolly as well. Dolly at one point, I had to go around the neighborhood and just shouting out her name and putting the posters up. I think it was when she was, I want to say maybe about 3. And I think all cats probably will have 1 or 2 episodes of going missing. A majority of the time they come back. Because sometimes they just want to venture a little bit further. But, you know, it's just a curiosity. But they settle down. So I don't know what age Lizzie's cat is. But if you worry about it, definitely have it checked up. Just in case it's something else. Sana says they can't do much about broken ribs. Who's broken ribs, Sana? Wow. I probably missed something in the chat. Whoops. Hang on. And whoever it is, I hope you're fine. One, two, three. I think this area I'm stitching just has enough color changes, but not too intense. It's quite nice. Oh, Lona, what's happening to you? And Lona, his mom got x-rayed as well. And why are you getting x-rayed as well? Oh dear, Lona. Lindsay says, oh, regarding the stitching stand, Lindsay says, might get one that will sit on my desk. Yeah, this is the one I'm using as well. It's quite stable and quite reasonably priced as well. I think a stand like mine, where, you know, which you can just prop it on the desk so you can sit straight and stitch. I think generally it depends on the brands. There are a lot of different companies that do it. They're around 20, they're under £30 for sure. And they last forever. This one I've got for years and years. Oh, Lona, you have to take care of yourself. Elisa says, I love my painting fairy stand, but it doesn't hold hoops, only score frames. Yes, they're specifically designed. So I presume you've got their frames as well. They're quite heavy, are they? It's all metal, isn't it? I'm interested in getting Nudge Q-snaps. But I would like to listen to some of you, any of you who has used Nudge Q-snaps, whether it holds the fabric tensions well enough. Because if it's very similar to the original Q-snaps, I probably won't be bothered. The Q-snaps might be easier to put a fabric on, because with the hoops, I love the fact that my hoops holding the fabric really well. You know, I like my fabric really drum tight. It's like, you know, when I tap it, nothing moves. And but it takes a little bit of a sort of elbow grease to set it up. I'm trying to see if I should park it down or keep going to the left side. I have not figured it out yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might park it here. I want to be able to go, you know, keep extending the lines, but flowing downwards at the same time. All right. I'm going to keep going. 796. 796. Alisa saying, I was thinking about getting a Lari stand for my hoop pieces, but I hear they're very stable. Oh, they're very stable or not very stable? I've got Lari as well. So for streaming, I use my desktop stand because it's very, very stable. You know, I can stitch and nothing wobbles. But with Lowry, it's quite easy to load up hoops and stuff. And also you can adjust the height. It's pretty handy, but it does wobble when you stitch. You do get used to it, but, you know, terrible for streaming. Everybody will probably get seasick. Citrus. little harsh but true, okay, regarding my hoops. Sidri says, elbow grease and not all hoops survive. Yes, the survival is strongest. And it's a jungle here, you know. And if you're not strong enough, you know, you don't last. Very true. And maybe this is a really good test on different brands, you know, to see which brand actually survive the longest with Yogi. Oh, so Alison has got that clear box, acrylic box, the hanger. Yes, that's right. It's just a clear box, isn't it? With a, you know, kind of the width that you could hold those thread cards. So it's £108. Do you think it's worth it? So it's worth it for Alison. And also, I presume you probably get the floss drops or thread cards from them as well. So that's a whole set, isn't it? But you can probably do that very easily with any kind of office storage box. That's a lot cheaper. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to do a poor person's version. And we can have a look. I want to have a look at what Rachel has posted. We can have a little look at the cute kittens. Let's have a look, see if I can load it up. They're so adorable. And it's so great to have Rachel's regular updates of their weight as well. Oh, look at this. Hang on. I'll share it with you. It's on our Facebook group, okay? But I'm going to share it with you. Oh, so why do I get the previous one? This is the one I want. Oh, have a look at this. Oh, they're not adorable. I think their eyes are looking clearer already, Rachel. Do you not think? Because I remember the first pictures that you posted them, they have kind of discharge in their eyes. And look at how clear their eyes are. Oh my goodness, they're so adorable. And they're both tabbies, aren't they? Oh, and one is a boy, one's a girl, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Let me zoom out. Oh, they're so cute. I'm so envious. Guys. Kittens. Look at that. I can't. Look at this. And I think they're putting on weight as well, guys. Do you not think? They're putting on a little bit of weight. And, oh dear, I'm slightly behind with the chat here. Sorry, I'm just distracted by, look at that face. Rachel, do not let them go. I know, this is me talking. It's quite a commitment taking on 2 additional cats, but I'm just kind of, look at that little belly. I can't. Oh dear. You know, today I was cycling to work, and I saw I think they describe that color as blue, like blue kitties. I think it's maybe English breed, and blue colors, kind of grayish. I nearly stopped my bike. It was just a tiny little, probably slightly older than this one, and this cat with blue fur was just wandering under cars, you know, parked cars. And I nearly stopped and try to, you know, get a cat off to the pavement. Oh dear. That is so adorable. What a great picture. Oh my goodness. I'm going to show it to Dolly later on. You know, and go, Dolly, look at this. Oh, that's so adorable. Rachel, you're doing such a great job. They're looking healthier already, definitely, comparing to the initial few shots. You know, they definitely look totally comfortable and the eyes are clear. Oh, they're so adorable. I can't. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So sorry. I just cannot. I can't. Oh, thank you for those pictures. You're so adorable. Oh, dear, oh dear. I'm glad they're not mine because otherwise I'm gonna have, you know, a lot more cats. Lona, what are you talking about? Lona, you need to take care of yourself. Don't get me worried. Oh, that was so adorable. Right. 796. I got sidetracked completely. I know, they're so cute, aren't they? So Rachel is actually fostering them, meaning that she will have to give them to somebody at some point. Let's see if that actually happens. And are they okay with humans? Are they kind of, you know, quite affectionate? I bet they are. They're kittens. Chivers, hello, great to see you. And see you later, Sue. Lona says, Yogi, Mom is supposed to be getting x-rayed, get her x-ray either tomorrow or Tuesday. That's fantastic. And maybe you should get one for yourself as well. I missed the previous comments. I don't know how you hurt your spine, but definitely get it fixed and checked up. Okay, please. Sola says, I get a new strength training routine today. I can only do half. I'll do the rest later. My legs are trashed. Definitely, you know, particularly with weight training, sometimes less is more because people, you know, there are different school of training, but apparently it's better to do less reps, but do it, you know, slowly rather than more reps. Because sometimes, you know, I can create too much fatigue. And well done, Sola. Very proud of you. Elisa says, I have 2 painting fairy score frames. I plan to get more, but they're very heavy. Yes, they do look heavy. And also, I was a little bit taken aback on how much work you have to, you know, assemble them. Because they're definitely not plug and play. They come out with so many parts. It's terrifying. 1, 2. Stitching. Betty Hankins says, I was given a nudge and I love it. Fabric right as a drum. The Q-snap, do you mean? Or hoops, Betty? And because Q-snaps, if you buy brand new Q-snap, the original ones, they probably hold attention quite well for a little bit. But the problem is because the material and the plastic just gradually start to kind of get stretched. So eventually all of them, even with, I place some layers of padding, not padding, the, you know, like I put felt in between, etc. Nothing helped with the tension. It just, the fabric just keep rolling inwards and everything becomes really loose. So I basically just gave up on my Q-snaps. I've got tons of them really, because I was really into them. I bought tons, different sizes, but I don't use them anymore. Maybe one more here. I'm kind of almost doing cross country with some of them because there's so many stitches in the surrounding area. I just end up just keep stitching. See you later, Rachel. Enjoy your shower. Lona says, I love my Nudge hoops. Yes, I love their hoops as well. This one I'm using is also the deeper ones, the really thick ones from Nudge. But I'm just wondering about their Q-snaps. I just found out very recently, last few days, they actually do Q-snaps as well. And Grace says, I have a daylight floor stand and I love it. Oh, is it a brand for holding hoops? Or frames? I don't know. Karen Sutherland says, good morning all. In terms of hoops, I love my layer and hoop frame. Only issue is that I'm looking for they go up to 8 inches. Really? That's tiny. Why are they so tiny? I'm not familiar with the brand. Layer and hoop frame. So it's more like a frame. Is it easy to load up fabric? But 8 inches is probably too small. Because this one I'm using, I think is about 10. And sometimes I use larger ones, like 12 as well. Grace is allergic to kitties. I know, Alyssa, when you see other people having particularly kittens, you just feel like, oh, give me one of those. I know the feeling. Alice says, I love my cat, but he keeps trying to lay down on my tapestry project. I'm sure at some point there'll be fur on every stitch. That's normal, Alice. That's absolutely normal. I mean, Dolly doesn't really come and sit on my projects because I'm stitching on the desk most of the time, and Dolly doesn't really jump up on the desk anymore. I think she used to jump up more. Now she's not curious. I think, sometimes when they get a little bit older, they lose the curiosity. They kind of go, well, I've seen it all. I know what it's about. So they're just not bothered. It's called special thread, not fur. Exactly, Lona. Yes. Because we hear tons of stories of stitchers just literally just weave the cat fur into their piece. I'm taking a sip of my coffee here. The special thread, exactly. Having your cat's DNA embedded in your project. That's perfect. The way I like it. If you have a black cat and you run out of 310, you can just plug a few hair and just start stitching. All right, I am going to come back here and keep it close if I can. I keep wandering off with the stitches. Okay, the next color is 939. There's tons of them. 939. Hi, Rose. Happy Sunday. I'm slightly behind the chat, okay? Bear with me. Oh, so Betty's nudge hoop is a large square. Are you talking about the square ones? They do square ones, but they're still hoops. They work like hoops, but now they have Q snaps, very similar looking to the regular Q snaps. But I'm just wondering whether they have done something different, because if it's practically the same, then eventually it probably stopped holding the tension of the fabric, because plastic, being plastic, eventually it's kind of gets stretched. Lizzie says, I tried Q-snap too, but then discovered nudge hoops, and now it's nudge hoops all the way. Yes, it's my favorite hoop as well. And I'm really hoping their version of Q-snaps. I wonder if Q-snap is what's the word? Trademark. Or what's the word? I don't know if people can just copy the design. But Nudge has got their own version. I'm hoping their version will be better. Patented. That's the word I was looking for. Andrea says, time for me to change whips. I alternate between block stitching and extreme confetti. Oh, between different pieces or for the last piece. I'm always impressed when stitchers are so disciplined. They have like daily rotation. Sometimes they stitch for, you know, I don't know, 100, 200 stitches for one project and move on to the next one. I never do that. I just pick a project I want and start stitching, and that's it. I mean, there were occasions that I stitched more than one project, you know, maybe stitch one, not feeling it, switch to a different one. That has happened. Not very often. Oh, Lizzie. Lizzie says, I wish I could have stitched today, but so much pain, I could barely move for most days. Why is that, though? Lizzie says, I'm nearly 10K on a project and want to get there so badly. Oh, right. It's fibromyalgia. Sorry, I can't even pronounce it. It must be so frustrating. And take a break if you need to, because, you know, stitching is quite repetitive in motion. And also you do have to stay still, you know, for a little bit. So if you have certain conditions, it might not be the best thing to do for a long time. But we keep you company. We keep you company. Stay with the chat. Lindsay's stuck in background stitching sometimes, but so that's why when I choose my patterns, you know, I don't care how beautiful it is, because there are a lot of beautiful projects but has a lot of background or very subtle colors, you know, like air stitching kind of colors. I will not go near those patterns. I don't care how beautiful they are when you finish. I just know that I would not last stitching it. And not just air stitching, even very dark colors, you know, let's say if it's all black at the background or, you know, very dark colors, I probably would not choose those patterns. It's like Gemma. That's why Gemma is definitely alien as well, because she has side quest that she's got. She's got the main projects most of the time, and she's got a couple of sort of side projects that's got a lot and lot of dark backgrounds, and I just don't know how she does that. She would stitch like acres of black, and that's it. She's fine with it. I'll probably lose my mind. Oh, little doggy is very vocal today. But the thing is, though, it's quite tricky to have dogs in living flats like mine, because imagine, because I think dogs are like babies, perhaps, you know, sometimes they cry, or dogs, they bark for whatever reason. And it's very hard to stop them from doing it. For instance, baby crying. How do you stop babies from crying? You know, so, but if you live in London flats like this one I'm in, people can hear everything, and it can become a problem because not everybody's that understanding, you know. Like a while ago when Lily wasn't even officially my cat at that point, I was blamed for Lily being very vocal every day by my neighbor. She's like saying, hey, can you not do something about that? And I'm going, how do I control a cat's meow? I don't know. How do I do that? If you know how to do it, let me know. Alice says, my cat is about 9 years old. I think he's just like to play with the floss. Yes, Dolly's about 8, 9 as well. But I think Dolly's just like blasé about everything. It's like, oh, I've seen it all. Not curious. You know, some cats, they would beg for food if you're eating. Probably because we're mostly eating vegan. And Dolly's just not interested. Nothing we eat interests her. Gray says, Daylight is a brand. The floor stand has different attachments, a magnifying light, a squirrel frame, or you can attach a hoop directly to the frame. So very similar to Lowry. Sounds good. And oh, so it comes with the light and magnifier as well. Oh, wow. Yes, solar. I was looking for the word patent. Solar spelled paton. I'm not alone with, terrible with spelling. Sana says, referring to Nudge's Q-Snap, I presume. Sana says they're better than Q-Snap. They have 2 extra lines running on the side of the clamp, and that holds the fabric much better than Q-Snap. Really? 2 extra lines running on the inside. Yes, the clamps is a problem because Q-Snaps on the inside, there are some sort of, little bumps on the inside, if you look carefully, that's supposed to help with, holding the fabric together, but it's not very effective because those bumps are very small. And also, so when the plastic becomes loosened a little bit, they become ineffective. So yes, I would like to think, being as clever as Nudge, they probably look at Q-Snap, study them, and go, how can we do much better? Hopefully, they found a better solution. I might get one to try it because I like the brand a lot. Alice says, I'm pretty monogamous with my whips. I have only one for each craft. Crochet, knitting, cross stitch. Alice, if you keep coming back to the chat, that's not gonna last. Just a warning here. You can look around in the chat for the victims, okay? Live testimony from our victims here. They come in and go, hey, yeah, I only want one project because I want to be able to finish it. How many times do we hear that, chat? And they go, yeah, I want to be monogamous, and so I can focus on one project at a time. But just so you know, I'm focusing on one project at a time as well. It's just different ones every day. And there's so many beautiful projects, so many beautiful patterns. I want to stitch them all. Elisa says, I stitch by feel, but I do like to have a focus project, which I change out each month. Right. That's nice too. But you have side dishes, that you could change the flavors from time to time. I definitely need that. If you just say, hey, you know, Yogi, you're gonna stitch one project for a month, I'll probably start knitting. Wow, there's so many stitches of this one. It's lovely. Andrea says, I have one that I'm working on. That is sky, and another web is trees. Two things, you know, these are the two things I'm slightly scared. If I see any patterns with a lot of sky or a lot of trees. Flowers, I don't mind. Flowers, you know, can vary in colors. But trees and sky is pretty much very similar, you know, very similar colors. I try to avoid those. You know, I have to be quite practical with my approach. Oh, I can probably cut this one off. Lindsay says the same with babies crying. There's nothing neighbors can do. Exactly. And sometimes nothing the mother can do, right? Because, you know, if there's a magic button you can just press and baby just stop crying, then that would be great. But that's part why it's tricky. And Lindsay will know. Lindsay's got a newborn. And Lindsay says they can moan all day, all they want about Nora screaming at 4 a.m. And I hate just as much as they do. Exactly. So, you know, people just have to be very understanding. But some people are not as, you know, sympathetic, unfortunately. And see you later, Alyssa. Lindsay says, after the stream Saturday, I had a look at some of Amy Stewart and I love her bookshelf with the fairy tales. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Is that the one that's the, what is it called? Once Upon a Fairy Tale. That's a very popular piece, if that's the one you're talking about. Komari has finished that one. Let me come and park it. Where should I park it? Let me park it over here. And the next one is 820. 820. Alison says, I think you missed my earlier comment about nudge snaps. Ellen only uses these now, says it's really good. Ellen, oh, Ellen as in cis stitches. Very nice. And I'll definitely give it a try. Joel says, with dogs, first teach them bark command. And if they bark without a command, redirect them. And whenever you notice them restraining themselves from barking, reward. Might work for cats. Oh, no, Joel. You probably don't have cats, I'm guessing. Cats cannot be trained. No, I tried everything to see if I can stop Lily from crying. No, doesn't matter what I did. I mean, even when later on when he was able to come in to the house freely, in the beginning he was just begging to come in, and later on he basically have the free license to come in whenever he wanted, to eat food, to sleep. He still cry from time to time, not as much, I have to say. So this one I am going to park over here. And I wonder if that works for babies. Can you train babies so they don't cry? And I always feel for mums, you know, sometimes they're, you know, you're on the public transportation or maybe in a restaurant, and the baby just started crying, and the mum's always looking so apologetic, didn't know what to do. It's challenging, isn't it, being a mum? Sola says, I bought Amy Stewart's Magic Grotto. It's mostly colorful mist with a tree on the left and a column on the right. I know. I bet the mist is probably quite beautiful, but it's beautiful to look at, but pretty brutal to stitch. So when I look at the pattern, I mentally basically walk through where potentially I could start, and whether I'm going to run into problems with certain color groups, and I choose my patterns that way. So that's why majority of my patterns, they're very bright in colors. I love the style, first of all. I love, you know, really vibrant colors, but at the same time, I choose them because, you know, it's a lot easier for me to stitch them. And also, I love patterns with a lot of objects, so I don't get bored. You know, some stitchers can stitch like entire piece, just like a face or something, or a thing, you know. I can't. No chance. I will not survive that. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And Lindsay says, my thing is like to, I like to buy all the flowers for the project because I'm just starting. So I only have the colors for the Witcher and a few others. So it'd be very expensive. Yes, in the beginning, when you're building up your thread, it can be expensive. Yes. I think I did that in the very beginning. That's why I started doing full coverage stitching with CXC, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to enjoy this type of stitching, and I wasn't quite ready to invest in DMC, even though everywhere I turned, everybody was stitching with DMC. But I decided to go with CXC, and I realized I really enjoyed it. So, you know, it took me a while, but eventually I invested in full set of DMC. And you don't need to get a full set. You can, depends on how many projects you have. If you only have one or two, you can just get what you need. But the thing is, though, eventually, I think most stitchers eventually will start building up more projects, and that's when, you know, kitting up individually actually becomes, I would say, more expensive. You know, depending on how you kit it up, whether you just get roughly enough for now and then top it up as you go, or some stitches they get the full quantity, you know, making sure for the entire piece, and that can, you know, start to pile up with the cost as well. And let me just park it over here. One, two, no, there's one more here. I kind of don't know when to park because there's so many stitches of the same color here. I kind of just keep going. It's weird. Stitching this method, from top down and bottom up, it feels different for me. With the bottom up, I think it's slightly easier for me to kind of come to a natural break that I would just naturally park. Maybe it's a pattern as well, but top down, I just kind of just want to keep going. Alice says, I just posted on Facebook page for the first time. Well done, Alice. And since I passed all my finals, I'm hoping to come back to the KISS project full force. Oh, well done. And congratulations. It must be quite a relief. We can have a look at what Alice has posted. I'm always curious. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is Alison's, is it painting fairies? Oh my God, that looks trippy. That looks like a fish tank, doesn't it? Let me just put that away. Yes, we were talking about the fairy, painting fairies acrylic box. I mean, this one looks quite pretty actually. The other one, it was literally just clear acrylic box. And oh my God, look at that. So let me see if I can find Alice's piece. I can see Alison's. Back to Alison's. Oh, that's very pretty. That's just been posted. Is Peggy Collins, well, popular artist. Where's yours, Alice? Oh yeah, I got it. Oh, Alice, are you stitching Klimt's work? I love Egon Schiller's work. I think that's how it's pronounced. So, wow. Upper left corner. See, if you just look at this image, you kind of go, well, it's a little bit, you know, not that much. But if you look at the actual stitching, there's a lot of color changes. My goodness. And whose chart is this? Is this one? Wow, look at that. That's a lot of confetti, Alice. It's beautiful. Well done. Lindsay says, my plan is buying one scan of every color for a project. I replace it when it's gone, and that way, once I have a color, I won't let it run out and build that way. That's kind of what I'm doing as well, because I started stitching full coverage with CXC, and so I got a full set because CXC is a lot more affordable. And then when I decided to get DMC, I got a full set of DMC because at that point I had, a few projects built up. But with the full set, they only come with one scan, one scan with each color. So I topped up a few colors, but not that many, to be honest. I've got the full set maybe about 4 years ago, and I've only topped up a few colors. So far I'm okay because I stitch a lot of max colors, so the quantity for each color is very small. So it's quite perfect to get like a full set. I only need a little bit. I think the ones I've topped up maybe 152, that's a popular color for a lot of pieces, and 310 as well. So I do have, sort of backup, sort of a collection of colors. But other than that, the full set has lasted me very well. And I think if I think it's worked out quite well for me, not having to top up very frequently because I'm doing for sort of what is it? The max colors quite a lot. But if you do something that requires a lot of one color, then you probably have to top up a lot more frequently. So this one, let me have a look. 820. Oh, so the pattern, the Klims pattern was from Etsy. Very nice. I think paintings like that probably have public license. It's probably free license for everyone to charge. I know, Alice, that looks very, very confetti. So well done. Lindsay says that's similar to the background of Gira, but he's all grays, so just like a chunk of white color, one color. Wow. Let me see if I could keep going over here. And I think I'm going to end this thread because there is another part thread that's the same color, just right here. So I don't want too many duplicated colors. So I'm going to end this one. 820. Andrea says, I started off just buying the scans for the first page. Oh, for the first page. That's a strategy I have not heard. Okay, so for the first page, then bought the rest. I could afford it. Now I have a master set of DMC. That's wonderful. That's a great way of doing it. If you're happy to stitch one page at a time and stick with it, you could do that, can't you? That's great. That's a great idea. So you can buy a little bit at a time, maybe a few colors at a time, and it becomes a lot more affordable. That's a great idea. And Andreas says, now I'm starting to start buying cones of DMC on the most used colors like 310. Oh dear, things have moved forward a little bit. You build up the whole set and now you're buying cones. Yes, I find 310 being used a lot, but also 152 for some reason, at least for heaven and earth charts, because that was probably one of the first colors I run out before 310. And 99 Lizzie, have a lovely rest, okay? And resting is so important. And sweet dreams. Let me see if I can do this one as well. I'll probably park it here. Beautiful. And the next one is 939. And with CXC, I'm really grateful to have CXC as an option because I know in some countries they're kind of quite hard to get, but the prices are just so different. And but I like the texture of their thread, so even now, I still use it for quite a few different projects. And because of CXC, I was able to at least find out, whether I was enjoying this type of project or not. Spooky Bingo from Barlow, the bunny. Which color? This one. 939. Well done, guys. Those of you who have Spooky Bingo emoji, please flash it for Barlow, the bunny. Well done. We like a little bit of Spooky Bingo. Oh, well done. Thank you, Jojo. There you go. These are for you. Balula Bunny, and Lona as well. Thank you, Lona. See? The team spirit. Amanda is going for it. And Amanda, where have you been? Amanda unlearned herself for spooky bingo. Very nice. Sola says, no spooky bingo for Sola. Working on chatelaine, a spectrum of fibers, DMCs excluded. Yeah, so with chatelaine, they don't use DMC, do they? Do they use like some sort of silk threads or something? I'm fascinated by chatelaine and scared at the same time. Thank you, Rajal and Lona as well. Oh, Lona is having a spooky bingo of 939 as well. This is a popular one. Very nice. Amanda says, my vertigo has been really bad today. Why is that? Vertigo as in just feeling dizzy. And make sure you sit down properly. And I can't remember what the condition is called. I remember when I was doing yoga teacher training, that was quite a few years ago, but I went through an episode of, I think it's what happens when, I think I did a little bit of research and speaking to my GP as well. Sometimes some debris can kind of fall off your eardrum or something like that, because of sometimes physical exercise. I remember I was doing a lot of back bend at that time, going, basically release the arms over my head and backwards. So, and for some reason, I woke up one morning and just feeling I couldn't even stand straight because I just get dizzy. The room was spinning. And I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was I was dying. No, I didn't think that, but I did think maybe some sort of brain problem. And I realized I went to the GP eventually, and realized it's actually quite common, and it can happen. It could be caused by all sorts of things. If you bump into certain things, or if you, like me, doing a lot of back bend, sometimes that can happen. And you just need to give it time to for the brain to readjust, and eventually it went away. It took maybe over a week, and I was panicking because I was doing the training at that time, and I was really worried that I was going to be behind if I couldn't practice. I couldn't go to the training. But it was a strange experience because literally, there was nothing I could do. I think I was watching some YouTube videos, some doctors, they demonstrate certain exercise you could do to allow your brain to readjust quicker. But, it was frustrating and terrifying at the same time because I was totally healthy, I was doing really well, and lo and behold, I couldn't even stand up and walk properly because I was wobbling, and I felt really sick all day long. And I have to be very careful how I turn my head. If I do, make certain motion, and, the room just start spinning really bad. It was very scary, actually. Thankfully, it was one off so far. 797. And I wonder if vertical is a little bit like that. I don't know why you will get it. 797. Seven, 9, 7. Rachel says Chatelaine used DMC for a lot of projects. Portions are done in DMC, portions are done in silk. Right, so it does use DMC. And this one is literally just one stitch. 995. Spooky bingo, anyone? Be quick. Only one stitch. Sola says no need to be scared. It's just cross stitch. The scariest thing about Chatelaine is waiting for it to arrive in the mail. Oh dear. Probably depends on where you buy it from. So the creator of Chatelaine is the lady, or well, I assume it's a lady. Which country is the creator from, I wonder? And this one, I'm trying to see if I should be saving this piece. Would you save this piece with this length? I'm two-minded because I don't want to waste anything. Maybe I'll keep it. 995. I hate to throw away threads. 995. Janine is back. I had to stop at Walmart. Of course, you have to. It's part of your obligation to support the shop with a husband. Yes, I think Janine and her husband single-handedly sponsoring Walmart. Okay, Walmart are here because of Janine and her husband. Is it chocolate time? Oh dear. Yes, time flies. Let me just pick the next color and set it up. And we can have a little bit of chocolate. Maybe have a look at the Facebook group as well. Guys, if you have projects you want to share, in this beautiful Sunday, why don't we have a little look at your progress as well? And I'll give you about 10-15 minutes to post. We have some chocolate and we can have a look at your work if you'd like to share. I know some of you have already shared, so we have a proper look. Jojo says crystals in the inner ear cause vertigo. Sounds very very similar. Sounds very similar to what I experienced, but it was caused by physical movement because I was doing certain movements that upset the eardrums or something, according to my GP. So it's not random. It doesn't just happen. I don't know. So is that... I remember that there was a name, but I can't remember. It wasn't vertical. Vertigo, sorry. Lindsay says, ice lolly time. Yes, today is that one of those days, isn't it? Last few days, there were, it was a little bit cooler in the UK, but not today. Today, and maybe for the next week or 10 days, it's going to be over 30 degrees. Every day, unless the weather changes the mind. Sometimes it does. Let me pick my next color first, okay? 939. 939. It's a popular one today. I love stitching purple and blue colors. And pink as well. For some reason, it's just like so nice. Even though this blue, for instance, is very similar to 310, but I can see it. It's got blue in it. Amanda says vertigo is a type of dizziness where it seems like the rim is spinning. They can't figure out what mine is caused by. I started in 2019. It gets much better over the years. I can ignore it mostly. So it's different from my condition because mine is temporary and it goes away because the brain can readjust and the balance comes back. So vertigo sounds like something else. It's more like some sort of medical condition, but they cannot explain why that is. But the symptoms sounds very similar. The room is spinning and I hated it. Oh my God. I felt so helpless because there was nothing I could do. I was completely powerless. And all I could do, I tried to do some exercise, but it didn't really help. And it would be okay for a little bit. But if I turn my head in the wrong way, the whole room starts spinning again. Oh, that was terrible. Let me see. Let me just mark these ones. Those ones are done. Okay, I'm going to pop my needle here so I know this is where I'm going to start later. And chocolate time, yes. And, it's mandatory, okay? You have to snack in order to stitch. These colors are so gorgeous. Look at this. And, this is my only supersized piece. And I have to say, it's worth it. Because I think it's got enough space for the colors to kind of work it out. Sometimes, I think this piece, if I was stitching regular size, for instance, the leaves probably would get a little bit fuzzy, but I think because of the space it has, the colors has the chance to define every single details. I think it's really, really nice. I know it takes longer to stitch, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's beautiful. And see you later, Alice. Oh, Lindsay, that sounds delicious. Lindsay is having a Jimmy's iced latte ice cream. Jimmy's, eh? All right, then. I'm going to grab my trusty dark chocolate here. Okay, you're familiar with this by now. Montezuma's dark chocolate, 74%. And today I have to be very careful because the chocolate is going to melt in no time in my hand. So there you go. Cheers, everyone. I'm just never, I never get bored with this chocolate because it's just pure dark chocolate. It doesn't get better than that. Grace says, I had vertigo one time. The room was spinning so fast I couldn't look out. It was an inner ear infection. Oh, so that's infection. So all sorts of things could cause that kind of dizziness. It's so horrible, isn't it? It's just like, because with pain, if I bump into something or if I twist, I don't know, my wrist or something, I can tolerate pain a lot more than dizziness. Dizziness, it just feels like I don't know what to do. Whereas pain, you can, rub it, you could do something, you can cold press it, whatever. But dizziness is just dizziness. You can't do anything. Very frustrating. Hi, Lucy. Hello, darling. Lucy says, hello, everyone, Yogi. I was checking out some of your 14-count Ada pieces. I love them. They seem doable. I ordered my first pattern, really? Oh, have you done it? Wonderful. I'm so happy because Lizzie's been doing, not Lizzie, Lucy has been doing a lot of research, just watching our live streams. And yes, I'm so happy. That's a great choice. Yes, and Lucy's going to do 14-count, just like me. Wonderful. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it so much. It's such a beautiful piece. Well done. It's from by Carla Gerard. Yes, I love that piece too. And it's so comforting when you stitch that piece in 14 counts. That piece, the art style is just perfect for 14 counts. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Well done. And so great to see you. Allison's is having a white chocolate magnum. Yes, very nice. I don't know. I like the idea of ice lolly, but obviously, because most of them are probably not vegan, there's some, more ice-based ones, but they're too cold for me. I don't know. Even hot days, I don't like the idea of eating ice cube or anything like that. So I still drink hot drinks. Yes, Janine, you are sponsoring Walmart single-handedly with your husband. Okay, I think you too need to get some sort of medal or plaque or something from Walmart. And Rose says, was just thinking that I have to go back to work tomorrow, but I seriously think I'm allergic to Mondays, like a lot of people. Rose. I know. Monday blue is real. It's not kidding. And Susan, oh, another Susan. Okay, Susan Arlington. Susan Arlington says, I'm working on hand embroidery. The numbers on an advent calendar ready for Christmas time. My mom has one. She cross-stitched before I was born, and it inspires me. Is it full coverage? When you say embroidery, so it's probably not cross-stitching. How wonderful. Yes, advent calendar. That's what I'm working on as well. It's going to be a full coverage cross-stitching piece, actually. My pattern. And welcome, Susan. Double Susan today. And Jojo says the crystals break off and result in spinning feeling, and several different types, including Belgium, paroxysmal. I can't remember. I think I would recognize it if I see the term. There was a name for the condition. I'm not sure it's this one. Paroxysmal, positional vertical. Maybe it was. I don't remember vertigo was mentioned. Maybe. It's been a few years, so I can't remember. But it was the first time I came across something like that. I never heard of the condition before. So I was panicking. And I remember later on, when I described it to my fellow trainees in the course, in the yoga teacher training, they all laughed at me because they're familiar with it. They knew that's what it was. Because I said, I was panicking. I thought it was something wrong with my brain, And they'll go, yeah, that happens sometimes. So I guess I was quite lucky. It was the first time I actually suffered from that. And it took a while. It took a few days. And Monique, hello. Monique says, Yogi, beautiful colors already. I know, isn't that gorgeous? It's really gorgeous. And, now I've decided to work in a more methodic kind of way, because I was trying to cheat my way to the squirrel, and it creates really odd shape happening here. I like to slowly fill up, and it's going to look legit, okay, like a normal person. And Mandy, hello, Mandy Moran is here. Great to see you. Lefty Gemini says, yes, with my vertigo, I just learned over the years which movements are safe, which are not. Does that mean it doesn't go away? So that's more permanent when you have it, and you don't know what to do. There's no cure. There's no exercise you could do, like the one I was suffering. There are ways you could turn the head. I remember I was following the YouTube channel, YouTube videos. You have to position your body a certain way. You have to roll the head one way, the other way back, or something like that. Didn't really help, but it made me feel better. Susan is in Black Forest tonight. Yes, Susan, you and me, we're single-handedly supporting the the chocolate brand as well, Montezuma. They really need to, give us commissions. Sybil says, I bought a box of chocolates from, it's a Lotterac this weekend. So pricey, but so good. Sometimes it's worth it because good chocolate, particularly really rich and dark chocolate, you don't feel like you need to eat a lot of it. I think it's when you have those maybe more sugary ones, it becomes kind of just, it kind of numbs your taste buds and you end up wanting more because mostly you want the sugar. But good chocolate, to be honest, with this one, maybe 3 pieces, I felt really happy, because it's so rich and you really get the chocolate, not just sugar. Yes, Sybil, you made it to the chocolate time. And guys, as I said, before the chocolate time, post your webs if you want to share, and we will have a look after the chocolate time. I'd love to see what everybody's working on. And Lindsay says, I was hospitalized for an inner ear infection and cellulitis in the area. Not cellulite. Is it cellulite? Is that how it's spelled? Normally, we find cellulite in thighs and buttocks. And okay, so getting over infection in my C-section. Oh, right. Was rough and suspected sepsis. Oh dear. And yes, I bet it's tricky because it's, quite even though people think, not that I know anything about C-sections, but it's kind of a, planned, procedure, isn't it? But it's quite major, isn't it? It's basically opening the body to take the baby out. It's no joke. Levity says, the worst for me is knowing I'm going to have a dizzy day before I wake up. Oh, I know the feeling. I only suffer from it for a very short time, but this feeling of dread, you don't know when you wake up in the morning, are you able to stand up without falling over? Oh dear. There must be ways you could, train the body to get used to it, because it's kind of, when you have crystals kind of falling off, whatever, from the inner ear, the body's, off balance because suddenly everything kind of, become disorientated. But the body learns to readjust, in theory. I mean, in my, situation. Solar is having Lint 85 cacao today. Wonderful. A lot of, cacao goodness, 85%. Cacao is really good, antioxidant, and is lifting your mood as well. It's really good for you. And she's having a chocolate granola bar. Wonderful. And Andreas, everybody's getting creative with chocolate. Andreas is having chocolate ice cream cone. Only the cone or a cone of ice cream. Lindsay says the projects on the Facebook group are looking amazing. I know, we are so blessed with so many stitchers with very diverse projects, because not just this type of project that I'm stitching. There are, stitchers doing, for instance, chatelaine, there are samplers, there are long dogs, whatever. And I'm learning so much. And I'm going to just give you another 3 minutes and we can have a little look at what everybody's working on. Wow. I think it can be quite scary and quite frustrating if it doesn't go away, So Amanda, can you do something like running or yoga? Does it make the condition even worse? Oh, Lindsay doesn't like dark chocolate. Lindsay, you need to give it a go. Lindsay is in the UK as well. Give it a go. Montezuma, you can get it from Sainsbury's. Most Sainsbury's probably have them, and Amazon as well. Give it a try. It's good chocolate. It's really good. Oh, cellulitis. Not cellulite. Jojo says, I don't know how to use Facebook. Perhaps one day when my son or daughter is available can walk me through the process and calm my concerns. Yes, definitely. If someone can just set up an account for you, the posting is really simple. It's, what you see is what you get. You just, click on a box, you load the pictures. If you have a smartphone, everybody does now. So it's very easy. But setting up an account sometimes can be a little bit convoluted, and Facebook is not great with the workflow and interface. So if they can help you out, and it'll be great to see your projects. Oh dear, Lindsay has gone through all sorts of medical procedures. Yes. Luckily, I talk about my hospital experience not many times, okay? I probably had to visit hospitals because of my parents, but otherwise for myself, I can count maybe under 5 fingers that I actually had to visit the hospital for some reason. And most of them are for not very serious conditions, like I dislocated one of my toes doing ballet a few years ago. And also maybe once for some sort of infections that I had to go to emergency, eye infection, I remember. And other than that, to be honest, and dentists, I have visited dentists probably twice in my life. And that's it. So I don't have a lot of experience. I certainly never had surgery, a knock on wood, or anything like that. Never gone under, at all. That scares the hell out of me, I have to say. So yes, so I feel for you if you have to go through a lot of medical procedures for whatever reasons. It's got to be scary because you probably feel quite vulnerable, right? Because literally you're there being operated on and there's nothing you can do. You're counting on these people doing their job and have faith in your body to be able to, pull through that process. Right. Why don't we have a little look on our Facebook here? So those of you who want to share should have done it already. Let's have a look. See if I can look through it through timeline as well, because sometimes the Facebook kind of just randomly order them. Let me see if I can sort it based on timeline. Where is... I can't see the sorting button. Never mind. Let's just have a look here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. So this is Rachel's little kittens. We saw some more up-to-date video pictures. Let me see if I could... I used to be able to sort based on timeline. The button disappeared. Oh, Facebook, what are you doing? Okay, let's just scroll through. This is Amanda's. Let's have a look. My poor project. Oh, Amanda is practicing. Amanda is practicing parking. That looks legit. Look at that. So double strand as well. Yes, take your time, because sometimes with parking it's about really taking some time to think about it. It helps rather than rushing through. And you probably get a little bit frustrated. Oh, my phone is playing up. Let's bring this way. So very nice. Very nice. And we have Rachel's piece as well. This is Rachel's own pattern. Okay, this is Rachel's Etsy shop. You can look up her post with the shop name as well. So Etsy, Rachel has embarked on the chart creating, charting venture. And I think she's doing really well. And this is her own creation. This reminds me, the color scheme reminds me, the vibrant vibrant fusion. Remember, I think I was stitching a couple of days ago from the bottom left. The color scheme is very similar, a little bit purpley, quite dark, but eventually it's gonna turn into a colorful piece. Beautiful, Rachel. And let me see if I can come out here. And we have Jess as well, just posted 18 minutes ago. And so Jess, oh, is that a different name? Is oh, this is Lindsay. Because sometimes, you know, our stitchers have different names on YouTube and Facebook. So let me see if I can get to the most up-to-date comments here. So this is Lindsay, is it? Jess. That's very pretty, very subtle colors. Has it got back stitching, I wonder? It looks like one of those pieces that will have back stitching as well. And that's very nice, very pretty. Oh, yes, this is Alandria, isn't it? Alandria is just like, who's that? Brittany. Not Brittany. Yes, Brittany. Brittany is stitching this piece as well, the skull. We have a couple of skull stitchers. Throw the comfort stitching out of the window. Let's stitch some skulls. That you have moved forward really fast. This is almost finished, isn't it? It's probably about 80%. Wow. This is one of the SAL pieces from Heaven and Earth for 2026, isn't it? And so starting from 3rd of January, is it only 59%? Has it got more to the right? Because it looks very finished. It just looks like it's just got a little bit. Just a few more skulls to go, guys. That's it, no problem. That's beautiful. And Ashley has posted the fruits. And, oh, Ashley says, I just want to introduce myself and share a photo I took. Very nice. Very healthy. Looks like my diet. What is this? Is it green tomatoes? A green tomato, red tomato, yellow tomato. Lovely. And looks like it could be 14 count. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Ashley. And Alison's box we've seen. And this is Chelsea Summers. Well done. Oh, look at this. That's looking really good. That's looking really good, really detailed. And this is the mock-up. Little bunny with giant ears. Fantasy bunny. And very pretty. Very furry. But it's really well charted. You can see so much details here. And thank you for sharing, Chelsea. Oh, Lindsay's. Oh, right. So that was Jess. Sorry. Jess is not Lindsay. So I misread it. So Jess is Jess. Okay. Where are you, Jess? Are you in the chat? And we saw this one earlier on from Alison Hummingbird. It's really bright, isn't it? Let's have a closer look. Yes. So it looks like, are you working 4 blocks at a time and doing color completion? So these are 10 stitches I can see. Wow. Very, really vibrant color here. And we also have another one from Alison. This is, oh, this is for Christmas in July. Sampler. Very pretty. So much fun, isn't it? And I love the fact that it's samplers, but you can see the snow on top of the trees. Really well charted. And a white bunny on very pale fabric as well. I love the fabric. It's very organic. It's linen, isn't it? I'm hoping my chart will be completed in July, hopefully. Oh, Grace! Grace's traveling library, which I worked on yesterday. This is gorgeous, Grace. Have a look. Oh, very beautiful, very beautiful. And this is Max Colors, I'm guessing. And Ashley's tomatoes, different types of tomatoes, 14 counts. Very nice. That's so pretty. That's very pretty. And let's have a look. And this is Lindsay. Okay, now this is Lindsay. And so Jess was Jess. This is Lindsay. This is Gira from Witcher 3. No, this is from the TV series, isn't it? So the face looks a little bit different. Very nice. A lot of grey hair indeed. Silver hair. Yes, I can see your challenge here. Look at this. And this is 10 stitches as well. Oh, this will be my worst nightmare. Not only is air stitching, but also 10 stitching cross country as well. I would have no idea what I'm doing. So it's better you than me, you know, Lindsay. I'm sure it's going to be very beautiful when it's finished. That's so challenging. Yes, this is from Jess as well. Okay, it's the same piece, but okay, so that one was probably individually highlighted, but this is another piece. Oh, I've got this needle minder from Caterpillar cross stitching. And is this what is it? Chatelaine. It looks very Chatelaine-esque. Oh, I'm scared. Yes, it looks very involved, very involved. Very different from this piece, right? I like it. Yes, it's a Chatelaine, Japanese Zen moss garden. Wow. Very zen. Mandy Moran's crochet baby blanket done. Very nice. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I crochet, well, I used to crochet a lot as well. And Jeanine, oh, this is your Christmas piece, is it? Is it from last year? Because if you've got a lot done. Is it just from July? Wow, well done. A lot of bright colors, Christmas village. And this is not stamp kit, so it counts, okay? It counts for Jeanine. This is not phantom. This is a real project. Very nice. And this one we saw from Alice, Confetti Heaven. And okay, so this is from a little bit ago. This is Natalie's chart. And Sidri's socks, we have to look at this. Sidri's our sock knitting master. Okay, so currently she's part of the tournament championship for sock knitter. These ones look so cozy though, and definitely Sidri has no problem with the second sock. You know, I have second sock even with drawing. You know, I just lose interest. I don't want to draw the second one, and this is so pretty. And this is from Travis. Do we have more? Let me have a look. Rose. Roses. Are these, Quaker, Christmas Quaker, are they from Quaker Christmas, Sons of the Season, are they from Rosewood Manor? I don't know, that's so pretty. So this is the pattern, and this is Rose's stitching. Very nice. Yes, there's something about samplers. It's very symmetrical, and so it's probably quite peaceful to stitch because you're making patterns. And this is Joy's work, posted a while ago, and Heather's finished piece. Why don't we have a look? It was posted probably yesterday. Oh, that is so amazing. That looks like a painting. That looks like a painting. Is this the frames that piece that's stitched? You literally cannot tell this is cross stitch. This looks like proper painting. It's incredible. So well done. And All right then. Have we gone through everybody's newly posted piece? Have I missed anybody? If so, let me have a look. Because my Facebook is refusing to sort it based on timeline. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing those. And join our Facebook group. We have beautiful pieces posted by our stitchers, and we talk about them on our stream as well. It's so nice to be able to, you know, look at them together. So thank you, everyone. And right, and oh, Fickle Otter. What's your name on Facebook? On the Facebook, I think it's different, isn't it? She says not too much back stitching on that one, just some branches and a few bicycles at the bottom. So, are you Jessie? Alison says my Christmas piece is a 16 count rustical oatmeal and Swagger rice. Oh, is this 16 count? It looks smaller, finer than that. Very nice. And Janine, your piece is going really well as well. Really pretty. Very colourful. That's what we want for a Christmas piece, isn't it? And let me have a look, see if I can find my needles. And I'm stitching 939. 939. There are quite a few stitches of this color. Okay, Fickle Otter is Jess. Right. Yes, you know what? Because Fickle Otter, YouTube used to allow viewers to show like a human name. So you could choose like a YouTube handle, which is probably what is being displayed here. And you used to be able to have a handle that's different from your actual name that's being displayed. But they changed that quite a while ago, though. Sometime last year, they decided, I think it's to avoid confusion, because with human names, people can have duplication of same names. For instance, you know, if someone is called John Smith, it's a very common name. And sorry, John Smith. But just to make sure that people know who is who, they decided to switch to handles. So that's probably why. I want to zoom in a little bit more, yeah. Lona is still on 939. Spooky bingo. Well done, Lona. Well, I don't feel so alone. I've got quite a few stitches of this one as well, 939. So me and Lona were working on 939. And I think this method I'm doing is kind of working quite well so far. It's kind of cross-country and parking at the same time, really. Okay. Let me see if I can zoom in even more so you can see it. Yes, that's better. I know it's a good idea, Lindsay. If you're getting sort of, you know, a little bit overwhelmed by the grey hair, or silver hair, shall I say, because sometimes I try to work in a way that I can have the freedom to switch, you know, move to a different color group if I can, because sometimes you just get, if I have to stitch, you know, a very similar color for a long time, I get very fatigued. So I think this is when, you know, you want to stitch in a way to give yourself freedom to move around if you can. But if you know, stitch in a very straight manner, diagonal, whatever, it's much harder to do. I've got a little friend here, a little bug. I don't know. Can you see that? There's a little bug here. I don't know what bug it is. I think when it gets warm, all sorts of strange kind of insects start to come out. Flying ones, in particular. Ginny says, my Christmas piece, there's a lot of white in it. I'm glad I choose to do it on an oatmeal color fabric. Yes, Christmas piece, well, unless it's complete indoor view, you probably have some snow or something like that. And even the snowman has snow, has white. So it goes with the territory. Oh, Amanda is stitching 939 as well. That's a popular one. Janine! Oh, guys, have a look at this, okay? Have mercy on little bugs, okay? Janine, Janine says, squash it on top of my fabric. Janine, you know, it's bad enough to have a chocolate stain. We don't want to have dead bodies on my fabric. The poor bug is probably moving, you know, just like escaping as we speak. Oh, Jeannie. Lona says, Yogi, I still have over 172,000 stitches in 939 on farewell to Lotharian, and 23,000 more in Lotus of the Inner Light. Really? 939. I can imagine if you have a piece that's got nice sky, you know, or some sort of darker background, 310 and maybe this one, some shades of blue will definitely be there. I mean, this piece, let me have a look. This one's got 10,000 remaining. Oh no, nearly 11,000 stitches of this color on this piece. But then again, this is supersized, right? But this piece has a lot of nice sky in the background. But I don't mind this blue. I really like this blue. And the thing is, if I do get tired of this blue, I can, oh, this bark, look, just flying kind of randomly. I think this bark is getting really mad about what Janine says. I think the bug is trying to go, yeah, squash me then. low. Oh, look at that London bug, okay? I don't know what it is. It's not a fly. I don't think it's a fly. It looks like some sort of flying ant or something. I don't know what it is. They will come out when it's hot. Miss Mischief says protein. That's one way of looking at it. And I remember watching this sci-fi film. I can't remember what it's called. It's called Train, some sort of train. It's about, well, it's about future, okay, and post-apocalypse. Everybody's is eating bugs because that's the only food source. So might as well start now. I think it's going to be quite hard to be a vegan in the future. Post-apocalypse, you know. It's much harder to get veggies. Do you think they're going to be tofu around? I'll take a sip of my coffee. Ginny says, good thing it's not near me because you would be dead by now. Ginny, be nice to all creatures, okay? They're just trying to live. It's having a you know, a good time. Just kind of flying around and go, ta la 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 la. And then Ginny's like going squat. A poor bug. Lindsay's doing really well. 442 stitches in 4 hours. Wow. I normally stitch about 4 hours with you, daily basis, and I'm average around 250. So you're doing well. Lola says, hope it doesn't sting you. I don't think he's interested in human flesh. It's kind of just flying around. It's quite weird. I mean, luckily in London, you don't get beaten by bugs. Not that frequently. We don't really have mosquitoes here. Barlow says there will be still be kale after apocalypse. I hope so. I think apocalypse, it really depends on what happens. If we don't have sunlight, let's say if you have to live underground, growing vegetables, you know, kale or avocados, is probably going to be a lot more tricky. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Insects can probably live anywhere. So maybe that's why they're eating insects. Because if you want to grow any plants, you need sunlight. And maybe there's going to be no sun. You know, like dark ages. I mean, that's how dinosaurs went extinct. Disappear, isn't it? Because the sunlight was blocked. And I don't know how long human can survive without sunlight. That is true, Lindsay. You are doing 10 stitches, but still, that's a fantastic number. Susan says, vegan zombies. Well, yes. Um, so vegan zombies, so they're not after human flesh then. So does that mean that they do not bite human? Friendly zombies. You know, it's like going, oh, I only attack veggies. I'm not interested in attacking human. So bad news for veggies. Okay, I'm gonna park it over here. Ginny says bugs do not belong in a house. My husband laughs at me when I run around the house with a fly swatter. I have broken many blinds. Oh dear, I can picture it in my head. You know, Ginny's just chase after these poor creatures and go, how dare you? No, I try to coexist. Occasionally I see a spider in the house. Either I try to guide them onto a piece of paper so I can put them outside the room, outside the house, or to be honest, I just keep my eyes closed. As long as they're not giant, you know, spiders, then, you know, tarantula, then that'll be very scary. Sometimes the tiny ones, I just kind of close my eyes. They normally disappear after a few minutes. They have their own, you know, their own space. Because it's very tempting just trying to squash them. But the thing is, I'm kind of trying to think like they're just trying to have a life, just like me, right? Trying to make a living, trying to live well. And maybe, you know, the spiders, they're practicing yoga as well. They try to have a good quality of life. And lo and behold, that's me. Just go whack. Or Janine, rather. So unless I feel my life is threatened, okay, I tend not to do anything if I can possibly help it. And normally they go away. They don't want to be here either, I don't think. Miss Mischief says, well, if you're going to keep him, we have to name him. Okay, then come up with a name. Okay, Michael, how's that? Or Oliver. I don't know, I just presume it's a boy. Now we're getting emotionally attached to the bug. Ginny says, my cat eats moss, so that's great. I think Dolly is a little bit picky than that. I think Dolly, you know, if she sees spiders, she's not even curious. But I remember Oreo, when I got daily visit by Oreo. Oreo, you can tell Oreo was a very young cat because he was very curious about any flying bugs. I remember every time if it's anything flying in the air, Oreo would try to catch it. But Dolly's like going, oh, I've seen it all, not interested. Give me some proper food, you know. Andrea's, yes, a lady of my own heart. She says, I love kale. Me too. And we're going to miss kale post-apocalypse. But so enjoy the kale now, okay? Jeanine says if kale was the only veggies left in an apocalypse, I would starve. I'm sure you would change your mind if kale was the only food left. Just a guess. I don't know. I think post-apocalypse, probably a lot of mushrooms, because mushrooms don't need sunlight. Do they need sunlight to grow? I think some veggies, you don't need a lot of sunlight. Jojo says, I leap the bugs for the cats to eat. A cycle of life. Well, in theory, if you have a cat in the house, you shouldn't see any spiders, apparently. I've been told that they would take care of the spiders. Well, not Dolly. Dolly is a little bit too precious to do such thing. Dolly is just like going, well, I'll leave it to Oreo to do it. Yes, exactly, Grace. Here comes the question, Ginny. If you have to choose between kale and cockroaches, which would you choose? You want plant protein or animal protein? No, Jojo, you wouldn't. Jojo says if kale was the only food, I eat that bug first. You wouldn't, Jojo. I bet you. We'll find out, you know. Ginny says I'll name him Corpse. Oh, Ginny. I think Michael's a lot better, isn't it? It's a little bit more fetching. Ginny would choose fried cockroaches. She's already chosen the method of cooking, okay? Not just cockroaches, you know, that's too random. Fried cockroaches. All right, then. I'll make sure I serve you some post-apocalypse. 5 cockroaches. And with salt as well. Now we're getting to the details, the seasonings, the cooking method and the seasoning. Maybe a little bit of a cayenne pepper and a drizzle of olive oil. How's that? That sounds good. And maybe some of those, you know, your fancy ranch sauce or whatever, ranch dressing or whatever it is. Bit of ketchup. Monique is not feeling well. Ah, okay. Santa says, I'm going to refute that fact. With 24 cats in the house. Yes, Santa does have a lot of cats. Laura has got bitten. Laura's got 18 or 19 cats right now. And where's Laura nowadays? Laura, are you good? I hope you're good. And Santa says, I have spiders. Oh, that's 24 very I don't want to say lazy, laid back cats. Maybe they've seen it all. They're going, nah, not doing that. Too much work. All right then. Do I want to keep going? I could. 2 and 1. I'm kind of doing cross country. Don't tell anybody. Oh no. Betty says chocolate covered roaches. Yes, they used to do for a little while. You can see chocolate covered, what was that? Scorpio in chocolate shops. I don't know who bought them and managed to eat them. All right. Yes, the chocolate will help. Yes, chocolate helps with everything, and deep frying as well. Deep fried chocolate coated roaches. Okay, that's gonna, sort it. Ginny says people eat fried grasshoppers. They have to be similar. People eat spiders. Apparently, people who eat spiders claim they taste like prawns. If you fry like a tarantula, like a big spiders, and those little legs, they're very similar to prawns. There you go, Ginny. There's another option for you. Post-apocalypse. Lynn says, hello, Yogi, Stitcher, and Cynthia. Hope you're well. Sorry, late today. Yes, Lynn, late for the class. Okay, very naughty. I need full report. I'll be waiting for your submission. Okay. Oh, late for the class, Lynn. Great to see you. Needle says, I went to go get takeaway and the conversation has turned into eating roaches. Well, I know who to blame, okay? And no names, Janine. Again. Well, this is what happens, You mention one thing and the chat just could change direction very quickly. From bad to worse. Deteriorating by the minute. We're just contemplating, whether we're going to have fresh kale post-apocalypse, and lo and behold, someone has to mention cockroaches. No names, Janine. Amanda says, when I was a baby, I ate cricket. Are they different from grasshoppers? They're kind of similar, aren't they? Cricket. And just picked it up off the ground and popped it in my mouth. What? How old were you when you do that? And did your parents feed you? Were you hungry? Were you really starving? So you're looking for, like a survival food. Did it taste good? Did it taste like chicken? Oh dear, Amanda. I think kids will probably try to taste something at least once. Did you go back for second round? Lynn, oh, Look at this. Lynn is just being very provocative. Okay, have a look at this. And Lynn came in to the chat late for the class, okay? And see what she's saying. Guys, things I have to put up with, okay? And Lindsay's been watching Komari kiss kiss. That doesn't help, okay, Lynn? Is Komari streaming now as well? Komari, come over. All right, okay, I know Komari's just fantastic. I know. Nothing Yogi can do can replace Komari in Lynn's heart. I know. I'm admitting defeat, okay? It's okay. I will live. I will live. Travis says, had to step away. It's Tia's birthday today. Really? Happy birthday, Tia. If you don't know, Tia is Travis' lady friend, okay? Happy birthday. Calamari, not prawns. It tastes like calamari. It tastes like seafood in general because it's believed all creatures came from the ocean. So we were seafood, really. Everything's seafood. Heather House says, hello, friend. Friends, I'm late. Interesting conversation. We had a bug zoo in Victoria, and they sell chocolate-covered ants and grasshopper lollipops. Yes, I've seen those. I don't know about now. It was kind of slightly sort of novelty in London. Sometimes you go to like fancy chocolate shops. They have like chocolate-covered insects. Oh dear. I'm glad it was just a trend. And they were quite expensive as well. They probably all taste like chicken. And great to see you, Heather. Rachel says a spoon of sugar helps the cockroaches go down. Would the question would be, will we have those, condiments, sugar and everything? But Janine, I spot a problem there. Okay, so deep fried roaches. The thing is, oil is probably going to be quite expensive post-apocalypse. Okay, and so Ginny, maybe, just maybe, you will have to boil the cockroaches instead. How about boiled roaches? Would you like that better? Let's say if we don't get to deep fry them. How about boiled? How about roach soup? How's that for you, Ginny? Do you still want kale or the soup? You choose. Busy mom. Hello. Great to see you. Come join the big roaches discussion, okay? All important topics. Grace says, then the story started because of an innocent flying bug minding its own business. I know, because sometimes we think, well, maybe Stitches bring up something in the chat, but today we can blame the bug, okay? It's the bug. Amanda says, oh, the bug eating incident. It was 2 years old. So how do you remember if you're 2 years old? Did it actually happen? Amanda says, I was less than 2 years old. I have no memory of it, but my mom told a story for years because I was a super picky eater. She probably made up the story, Amanda. I know what your mom was doing. You know, Amanda was being picky, being a picky eater. And she goes, Amanda, remember the time, you know, you were eating bugs. You know, look at the kale. It's much better, isn't it? Yes, I know what your mom is doing. She's planting false memory in Amanda. Andrea says, I've seen tequila lollipops and that have worms. Tequila lollipops inside? Yes, tequila, sometimes you see little worms, like, you know, wiggly worms, and inside the bottle. But where does the lollipop come in? But I think we talked about that a while ago. I'm pretty sure we discussed that in the chat, and someone maybe from kind of quite well versed with the tequila, saying that that's gimmick. Tequila does not require a bug to make it tequila. Yes, I have seen those, but not all tequila has bugs, you know. You know, some of us are vegan. Janine says if you squash a bunch of bugs, make oil and fry some whole ones with salt. Can you make oil with bugs? Are they greasy? I didn't know you can have a bug oil. Can you have roach oil? So it's roaches being fried with their own oil. Oh dear. That's so sad. All right then, I'm gonna end this little tale here. Oh dear. So Jeanine's insisting on having fried roaches. Okay, no roach porridge, roach soup. That's a shame. Let me have a look. Where am I? I am here. 1, 2. Very nice. Lola says greasy. No, Yogi, they're gutsy. Oh dear. And some of the stitches, they're having their takeaway, okay? Some of them are eating right now, enjoying their meals. I know. Sincere apologies, okay? And I'm stitching 820. Look what I've done here. All this bit is extra from today. Okay, so I have found Janine's limit, okay? As much she was talking about, you know, hey, I'll eat roaches, deep fry roaches in roach oil. I think her limit is roach porridge, all right? That's where she draws the line, and she will eat kale if that happens. If roach porridge is the only option, and she will eat kale. See, everybody has a limit when it comes to roaches. I found your limit. We have 4 more stitches down here. Do a little bit of Danish. Oh, it's back. Oh dear, please. We're talking about bug. Bug porridge, please go away. There's a little one. There's a crawling around. I don't want to hurt you, please. Please go away. I wonder if they have thoughts, you know, as a bug. Do you wake up in the morning and go, I think I'm going to go that way because, you know, like having a reason to do something. Because otherwise, they're just moving around aimlessly. And I am going to move it over here. And today's a lot warmer, but not so warm that I'm sweating. I'm borderline, I'm very close, but not quite, which is nice. Okay. So Lindsay, is it quite warm or hot where you are as well? But I remember when it was really hot, like 36 degree, literally the fan didn't have any effect. It just feels like it was just blowing hot air. It was that bad. Jeanine says it's better here today, but but humid. Sometimes I think humidity is worse than heat. It definitely is. Humidity, you know, heat, dry heat, I'm okay with that. You know, so most of the times, to be honest, in London, even when it's hot, if the humidity isn't too bad, it's quite nice. It's just dry heat. Humidity is the worst part. It just makes it a lot more challenging. And recently it has been quite humid. I think humidity makes you want, you know, just sweat instantly. Like you have to take shower like 3 times a day. And the thing is though, people still come to hot yoga, even when, you know, during the heat wave. Because if you want to sweat, you might as well, you know, sweat properly. Here we go. I lost the definition of so Lindsay, the baby's sleeping. Ooh. Amanda says, there's never a time I want to sweat. I actually enjoy sweating a lot, strangely, but it's different from being just really hot and bothered. I love hot yoga. I love sauna. So I choose to do those to enjoy the sweating. But that's a conscious thing that you do. What I don't like is, it's very different when you're just so hot and uncomfortable and it's sweat and you have to take a shower. And sweating is quite good if you choose to do it consciously. Amanda says, my mom enjoys sweating too. She says it's refreshing. I don't believe in her. Well, it's actually quite cleansing, I think. But, obviously, you don't want to do it for too long. For instance, sauna, I'll probably do it for 15 minutes. That's plenty. But hot yoga is great because regular classes depends. Most of the time, because, in studios, they tend to have air conditioning and stuff like that. So if you go to regular classes, you actually don't sweat that much. Even when it's really hard, you probably sweat a little bit, but not that, not too much. But with hot yoga, you definitely sweat buckets. And it's very relaxing afterwards. I think the body likes heat in a controlled environment, not just, being really hot and uncomfortable, but, heat therapy and stuff like that is real. Gets circulation going, all that stuff. Very relaxing. Oh, Lindsay, so the baby's watching as well. There you go. We're training the next generation, like Travis, Marek from Travis, and now Nora from Lindsay. They're watching Yogi and learning to stitch very slowly. Very, very slowly. Andrea says it's so humid here. Where I live, that we have to run a dehumidifier, even with the air conditioner. I think in the UK it's the opposite. You have to put the moisture back in. So there's a humidifier, a lot more frequently used. Because in the winter it can be very, very dry. And it's very uncomfortable for the skin sometimes. Lynn says Yogi's going to get hot again Wednesday and Thursday. It's already hotter, Lynn. I don't know about where you are, but in London, today is over 30 already. Back up. Let me have a look at the temperature right now. At this moment, where I am in London, 22 degree. But today, overall, it has been 31. And tomorrow and the next week or so, over 30 degree. And maybe it's going to cool down a little bit after that. I know. It's already hot, but not as hot as 35, a couple of weeks ago. That was brutal. And then I'm going to do just, I'm going to park it down here. Jeannie says, I hate sweating. Yeah, sweating, you know, because it's hot weather, it's different from maybe sweating when you are exercising. Rachel says, I find that I sweat a lot more if I'm tired or don't feel 100% when I run, versus if I feel really good or have run as high. And when I sweat as much, I wonder why that is. But as you're running, there's wind as well. So you probably blow dry a lot of sweat away. So you probably don't feel it. You probably sweat. You just, you know, sometimes there's breeze and windy days. But you know what I love when I used to run a lot? I love running when it's raining. Not like chucking it down, you know, not like torrential rain, but I love it when there's kind of a lot of British, you know, rain is like just kind of a little bit of kind of mist. I love that because it's very cooling and, you know, you don't get drenched either. So I love running when it's raining a little bit. Ah, Amanda. So, see, this is a problem. This is an issue you would have with paper charts. Amanda says, I have one stitch left to do with 939 in this whole piece, and I cannot find it for the life of me. How do you know you've got only one stitch left? Because with the app, it tells you how many stitches you've got left. And also with Saga, you know, you can find it using a feature. It will automatically find you to take you to that part of the chart. Not always accurate, but it does have that feature. But on paper charts, it's probably quite hard. You just have to wait till you run into it. And Laurie Blue, hello, says, I'm in Arizona and it's currently 44 Celsius, 44.4. Dear, dear. That's very hot because a couple of weeks ago in France, I think it was highest record of 44 as well. So is that very hot for Arizona as well? It's not typical, is it? I know Arizona is desert. It's probably quite hot in general. But 44 is brutal. So you probably don't want to go outside. Because where do you go? You just get toasted. The next one I'm going to do is A23. 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 Yes, Rachel, I bet the sweating is based on your, you know, the condition of your body as well. I suppose when you're tired, generally everything is more strenuous, isn't it? So you probably sweat more. That makes sense. And if you run outdoor, a lot of times, you know, windy days, you're probably sweating, but you don't feel it. Oh, this bug now is just taunting me. It's flying around going, hey, come get me. Because it probably heard me saying that, you know, I'm a vegan. I try not to squash little bugs. And now it's going, hey. See, I can do whatever I want. Just wait till Janine, is here. She's gonna get you. Janine, running is so exhausting. Janine, you should give it a try, okay? A little jog. It's quite nice. It's got a heart pumping. The body likes it. Oh, Amanda's using Saga. Okay. So if you're using Saga, you can use a feature that's auto search. You know the car icon. If you turn it on and just jump to that final stitch, there's a car symbol that you can just turn it on. It will, in theory, okay, it should take you to that part of the chart. All right, Laurie says it's quite normal. 44 is normal? Wow. Laurie says, I stay indoors stitching with the air conditioner. Very wise, Laurie. And is it humid? Because not, if it's dry heat, maybe it's a little bit more bearable. But if it's humid as well, it's no fun. Oh, Lindsay, I bet she's adorable. Jeanine, stop it. Bugs have feeling too. When you say squash it, it hurts his feeling. Hit it with Dolly. I think Susan, Dolly's just way too lazy. I mean, she wouldn't even come over and purr for us. What do you think she's going to do with a little bug? Travis says, I think I've got around 1,000 stitches finished on the crab. The seafood stitching. Travis is being provocative for Christmas stitching. Travis is stitching seafood, okay? It's like that, is it, Travis? But that's a lot. 1,000. Today, I've probably done 5,000 so far. I can feel it. I'm flying today. The Downters, okay? 5,000. And I'm trying to compare to the paper chart stitching. When I was doing it, I was kind of enjoying the paper experience to a certain extent. But now, coming back to stitch with an app, it is night and day. It's just so much easier. Grace says, every time I get on my treadmill, I want to get off. The body is rejecting the treadmill with Grace. Grace says, my mind starts messing with me saying, you're done, get off. After how long? 3 minutes, Grace. I don't think you're alone on that, okay? It's probably a universal reaction for some people. Like Janine, for instance. Janine probably get on it and go, nah, let me do something else. Let's go squash some bugs or something. Jeannie says Android version of the Saga must not have the car symbol option. Oh, right. Amanda, are you using Saga on Android? I don't know. Because Saga's Android's version is a frozen cut. It's a version before COVID, before they got unlisted. So whether they have the car featured, I'm not sure. Without that, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it? But I think, Amanda, you just have to wait until you run into it. Or maybe, Amanda, you can make the highlight for stitches really, really bold. You can fill the block with solid color. If you make this border really thick, it will cover the entire block. Maybe it's more noticeable. Oh, that's good, Laurie. There's no humidity, it's all desert area. Okay, so dry heat. Dry heat is very different. Dry heat is probably more bearable. I think it's humidity that really makes you very tired, very sweaty. Lindsay, I think babies just like, cats. They cannot be controlled. Grace says, I'm in a California high desert and it gets really hot in the summer. But when the sun goes down over the mountain, it cools down quite a lot. Yes, I kind of learned that with desert as well. It's not always hot. I played Breath of the Wild. There's a desert area. If you play Breath of the Wild, during the day, you have to wear outfits that's heat proof, to prevent the heat. But if you go to the desert area during the nighttime, you have to wear, warm clothing because it's really, really cold. See, I learn about the world from computer games, okay? Do not say computer game is not good for you. See what I've learned from it. But London is a little bit like that as well. Recently, it's a little bit out of ordinary, okay? So even in time like this is past midnight now, it's still very warm. But normally, the temperature difference is quite vast during the day and evenings as well. Sometimes it can be like up to 10 degrees difference. So sometimes during the day it's kind of warm, kind of summery. In the evenings, you have to put on extra layer. It's a little bit like the desert. Oh, well done, Amanda. Grace, yes. Janine's exercise daily is squashing bugs. She's chasing the bugs around in the house with a weapon, you know. Ah, I see. This is how Janine gets fit. The fitness routine is just chasing bugs. So she's doing what the cats would not do. So no car feature for Android. Ah, that really sucks because that would probably help you to find it. And Susan Arlington says, I love Breath of the Wild. Yes, me too. Did you play the second one as well? Tears of the Kingdom. Isn't it fantastic? Janine says, I got lost in Breath of the Wild. You can do that. You can do that. It's big, but the second one is even bigger. I didn't finish the second one though. I beat the boss for the first one and just kept playing because you could just keep going post ending. And but the second one I didn't get to the bosses. I just run out of the steam. Maybe at some point in the future when I have time, which I don't. But I would love to beat the boss. So I have not seen the ending for the second one yet. I remember when I finished Breath of the Wild, the first one, I was getting the post Breath of the Wild blue because at that time, I think it was back in 2017, that game was so revolutionary as far as open world game goes. I couldn't play anything else because everything else you just compare to the freedom you have with Breath of the Wild. I remember I was struggling to find anything to play because everything just seemed so uninteresting. I couldn't play anything for a while. That's a problem with a really good game. Jeanine says, sorry, Lindsay says, England kick off against Mexico. Oh, now. Right. Are they in Mexico? Is that what it is? And it's delayed to 2 a.m. Are you going to stay up to watch it, Lindsay? So Lindsay is a football fan. I would not do that for football. I'll probably just fall asleep. All right then, it's 20 past 12. I'm going to pick just one more color. Just do a few more stitches as a nice finish. Let's have a look. Oh, this bit looks nice. Little stars. And only 5 stitches. And it's 796. 796. 796. Sorry, 89. It is 796. 796. Lynn, the strange life of Lynn. Okay, Lynn says, I swear I saw Molly at the kitchen window again. Have you unlocked the gate again, Lynn? Do not get attacked by Molly, okay? Molly might be a little bit mad when she's peckish. Late night snacks, I think Molly's looking for. Maybe some kale for Molly. Now Lynn is hallucinating, seeing things. Oh, right, so they're in Mexico. So now it's their daytime, I think. All right, 6 more stitches here. What? Oh, if we lose, we're out of the World Cup. Oh, right. I suppose. It's a last chance then. So the final few stitches. Let me see. Susan Ollington says, I was disappointed when I had finished exploring everywhere in Breath of the Wild, but then I got my husband to play it and got to love it all over again while watching him. It's very hard to know if you cover everything. Have you found all these little seeds? Because I only managed to find, I think there's supposed to be like close to 1,000. There's little seeds hidden everywhere. And I think I only found like 200 or something pathetic. And I couldn't find any more. But I think as far as exploration goes, I probably covered most areas. I'm sure there are probably areas that I have not visited. But the second one is even bigger, isn't it? Because there's 3 different worlds. There's sky, there's islands in the sky, and also underground as well. It's pretty crazy. All right then, this one I am going to end here. Beautiful finish with my 796. 796. It's very hairy here right now. 796. Here we go. See you later, Lefty. Lefty cannot wait till I finish and reveal the number of stitches, which is 5,000 clearly. Let's have a look. This is where we are today. Oh, look at that. So today with this piece, okay, this is Sleep Time from Ciro Marchetti. I've been stitching today. 25 counts, 1/1, full cross. And today I focus on this area. So this whole bit is new. So, you know, I don't know how many stitches, about 5,000, I think, guys. You know, I can't count, but it's just, you know, visual estimation. It's about 5,000 stitches. But we will find out. We will find out. Susan says, I've got the Chorus mask and found a lot. Oh, you cheat. I refuse to wear it. I think I found it, but I didn't want to wear it because it's kind of cheating, isn't it? It gives you signals when you're near. And Susan was wearing a mask and says, I haven't 100% completed the game. Just feel like there were many new things to do. Exactly. I think after a while you have to go, well, I've done it all, and that's it. But I was very tempted to find all the seeds, but I refuse to cheat. You know, I don't want to use the tool to do it. But there you go. So this is where I am, and today I changed my stitching method a little bit with this piece, going from cross country to kind of cross country and parking really, essentially. But I kind of ended my threads a little bit differently, inspired by the Blue Suit stitcher. And yes, so guys, I'm looking forward to the stitch count, okay? And I hope you are as well. So I'm going to show you my app. Oh, let me mark the final stitches. I always forget to mark the final ones. Here we go. much better. So I'm going to show you the app. Here we are. That looks crazy, isn't it? Let me just turn off. When I have the 5x5 gridding turned on, the whole thing just looks insane. It just looks like what on earth I'm looking at. So this is where I am. I started from the upper right side here, and this is my progress so far. Okay, so guys, are you ready? I'm going to count down to 3, 2, and 1. 5,000. Here I come. Boom. Oh, there you go. Not too shabby, guys. The grand total of stitches I've done today is 339. Yeah, 2 days in a row. I'm over 300. It doesn't happen that often. Let me refer to my chart, the paper chart. So for the paper chart, back in 1982, I did 236, and today 339. So over 100 plus, right? More just by working with an app. I did 100 stitches more, which is 2 blocks. It's not bad. No, one extra block. That's not bad at all, is it? Yes, round of applause for Yogi. Yes. And thank you for your company today. I hope you enjoy your session as well. And let me just zoom out a little bit. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And this is Sunday evening. And you know by now, Monday we don't have streams, okay? Yogi has to work in the evening. So I won't see you tomorrow night. But I hope to catch up with you on Tuesday. And Busy Mom is there as well. Great to see you. And, you know, Busy Mom's been lurking. And hopefully a Busy Mom is feeling a lot better every day. And so from the sleepy London town, it's around 26 past midnight in the UK, and Yogi's signing out, and I will see you on Tuesday. And take care of yourself, and leave the bugs alone, okay, Janine, and let them live, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Night night, everyone. Love you all. Bye bye. Night night.